You wait ages for some big fights, and then 3 come all at the same time. Okay, so this is the 3rd weekend that I've actually watched a fight and done a video to camera. Just watching it now. David Diamante once again is in the ring. Today I've got a little bit of a different setup. I've got my phone there and I'm also watching it on the laptop because it's on DAZN. So I've had to sort of figure out a way to be able to watch it. Last week I watched it on my phone on DAZN, and then my wife's phone was recording it, but that took ages to upload on the Sunday. So I'm trying to get a better way to do it, and that's what I'm doing today. So for this particular one, Canelo Alvarez versus Bivol, I haven't recorded sort of the 20 odd minutes of sort of ring walks. I know I've done that in the previous 2, but there's only so many times I could describe a national anthem. So here in the ring now, I can see you've got Canelo Alvarez. He's just having his t-shirt taken off. He's wearing some white and pink No Boxing No Life boxing gloves, and all of his team are bedecked in pink. And Bivol there with his WBA belt and his brown Grant Worldwide boxing gloves. So they're just sort of both in the ring. Bivol's team in their box-raw tracksuits, all white. They're looking confident. And this is a great matchup. Okay, so anyone that thinks that this is going to be a walkover for Canelo, I think he's going to be wrong. My prediction is Canelo over the 12 rounds to win on points. Now that's partly based on the fact that I think it's going to be difficult to get a decision in Vegas against Canelo at the current time, unless Bivol basically just really does so well that they can't deny him. And I still believe that boxing will still prevail when it comes to correct decisions. I just think it's a big ask. Canelo being so good and so dominant. David Diamante here, he's really getting animated, and he's started off. He's loving these big occasions, and again for the 2nd week in a row, no Michael Buffer and no Jimmy Lennon Jr. And I can't imagine they've got any gigs booked that are going to be bigger than this gig. So what has happened? I hope that they're well. I haven't heard anything about them retiring. It's coming up here now. Dimitry Bivol 19-0 with 11 KOs, and he had a superb amateur boxing record, and so he is no pushover. He will have seen all the styles, the same as Canelo. So this is very, very fascinating. And the whole way through the build-up, he's just been sort of super calm, super relaxed, almost like he's just on a mission. And then we come across to Canelo with the Mexican flag waving, big Mexican flag waving in the background, and there Eddie Reynoso right next to him, and he's just been introduced now. Of course, this at light heavyweight, which is, when you think about all the weights that Canelo has been in, I mean, he seems to be able to rise up the weights without any problems at all. 57 wins, 1 loss, Floyd Mayweather, and 2 draws. So I missed there the KOs. A lot of Mexicans in the stadium there. You can see them, and they are super excited about this fight, as am I. I think it's great. I mean, you can see there Canelo's team. They've got outside of the ring, they've got like their other belts that he's won by the ringside. So just being introduced, and the crowd are loving it. I reckon there's a bit of beer being drunk there, and he's got those beautiful No Boxing No Life boxing gloves on. As you know, I reviewed the training gloves No Boxing No Life, which I believe they've changed now, but the previous ones I wasn't that impressed. But the fight gloves I really did like the fight gloves. When I did the video about the training gloves, and I didn't think the padding was firm enough. It was very, very soft, and people thought I was having a go and I was jealous or I was hating on Canelo, which I thought was bizarre because I think he's ace. I think he's a brilliant fighter. But yeah, again, you know, you can't have an opinion on a pair of gloves without being racist. Wow. Some of my favourite fighters are Mexican. Ridiculous. Anyway, so such is social media. Very fickle. So we're going round one, and this is a fascinating battle. And they come in, and immediately Bivol takes the centre of the ring. Canelo Alvarez in his pink and white shorts, and he's also got some Asics. No, they're not Asics, sorry, they're Mizuno. He's got his Mizuno boots on with the flaps over. Beautiful, beautiful boots. I'd love to do a review of them. I think they only go to 10.5, and unfortunately I'm an 11. And also Mizuno, they are quite small, so yeah. I think they come out as a 9.5, to be fair, not even a 10.5. But they've started off, some hooks being thrown now by Canelo. Canelo just missed with a big hook, and Bivol just starting off with some nice sort of just feeling out jabs really. And Bivol has got some original Nike Hyper KO boxing boots on in the black with the red toe, and then of course those Grant Worldwide sort of brown gloves. His guard is high, and then there's sort of some hooks there from Canelo that was caught on the defence of Bivol. I'll just have a drink. Bit early for that, but you know, got to keep awake. Okay, so yeah, very sort of measured start. Bivol looks quite happy. Just using that jab, sticking it out. And Canelo with a very high guard, sort of here, just trying to inch forward, throws the occasional big hook and just went to the body with a straight right, and then a really darting jab coming back from Bivol. Bivol sort of in this sort of position here, so potentially could be on for the right hand over the top. When Canelo is throwing the right hand, he's getting the hand back very, very quickly. So even though it looks like there's an opportunity, he's got his guard in place. And I think this is a good round for Bivol, to be honest. I mean, we're 53 seconds left. He's controlling the fight at the minute with the jab. Canelo just swinging, missing. And when he's throwing shots, Canelo, he is landing on the guard. But I knew it would be a good fight. I didn't think, these people that thought that maybe Canelo would just blow this guy out, I didn't think that would happen. He is too good, the quality that he is. Yeah, and he's coming back with his own. Yeah, again, a lot caught on the gloves of Canelo. But it is a good start for Bivol, definitely. Just turn it up a little. Okay, so he's coming forward now, Canelo, to finish strong. But again, nicely tucked up and not really landing there. Good defence, little uppercut at the end, tried by Canelo. Got to be honest, I think that was Bivol's. Yeah, okay. First blood. Bivol, I'm going to go 10-9. I wasn't expecting that really. Even though I do think Bivol is class, I thought that Canelo would start stronger than that. But not that he didn't start strong, it was just a matter of Bivol's defence is very good. So what he was trying wasn't actually working. So Eddie Reynoso now just putting a bit of Vaseline on the face of Alvarez, and in the crowd, Mike Tyson's in the crowd with his missus, and he gives her a little kiss. Oh, that's nice. Mike Tyson, people around him in behind thinking, I'm not going to ask him for an autograph. I'm not going to say anything to Mike Tyson, just in case. Like on the plane, he turns around and starts beating him up. Don't get me wrong, I think he was probably massively provoked into that. He was on a plane, just minding his own business, and then some... I'm going to say he was drunk. He might have just been a complete idiot. But, you know, what do you do? Keep poking the beast that is Mike Tyson and not expect him to come back, which is the world of social media that we live in. And Mike Tyson did say it best when he said people have got way too comfortable disrespecting people without getting punched in the face, and I couldn't agree more. And I think that was a great quote. Nearly as good as everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face. Another great Mike Tyson quote. I just think the lad was asking for it. Again, we're going to the second round, and Bivol starts off with his jab, and I would say his defence is very good. I'm very impressed with the defence. Canelo's coming forward, tried a big uppercut. Again, I don't think there was much success there, though. Obviously, the crowd are going to shout and scream for everything that Canelo does, but he's controlling the distance at the minute, Bivol, and I'm liking what I'm seeing from Bivol. Good defence, touch gloves there, bit of respect. I think the heads may have come together a little there, but they were okay. Massive respect between these two champions. Again, Bivol through, jab and a backhand. Canelo is just coming forward and then trying big hooks, missing again with the hooks. This is a cagey fight. This is a bit, to me, this is a bit like the Triple G fight in terms of the quality of operators that we've got in here. Yeah, Canelo throwing body shot, big hook, body shot. Again, it was caught on the elbows of Bivol, and Bivol comes back with some good shots. Oh, yeah. 54 seconds left. He's the taller man, and he's using his jab. He's using his jab to just unsettle Canelo. And then he's coming through some straight punches, pushing him back, and then some straight punches again. Gets Canelo on the back foot. Lets his hands go again. Canelo looks like he's waiting at the minute, but certainly this is a bright start for Bivol. It's almost like, as he's throwing his punches, Canelo, the defence of Bivol is too good. It's too good. This is the second round. I gave Bivol the first round. I'm struggling to give the second round to Canelo, I've got to say. And he's really sort of another swing and a miss by Canelo, and a shot at the end by Bivol. I think that's a second round to Bivol. I mean, I was texting my friend earlier, and my friend, sounds like I've only got one friend, one of my friends, and yeah, he picked Bivol, fair play to him, over 12, so he sort of has put his colours to the mast, and I think that he won't, just because I just think it would be very difficult to get the decision. But in saying that, I have got Bivol 2 rounds ahead after 2 rounds. Looked very calm in the corner, just coming onto the. There's a good right hook there that just slipped through the guard actually by Canelo, and then it was almost like Bivol's punching him back there. Round 3. When you think how far Canelo has come up as well, I mean, he looks strong, he looks big at the weight, so he's able to carry that, and he moves up the weights with ease, it looks like, in ways that other fighters are not able to. It's a fight so far of hooks and uppercuts from Alvarez, and guard and straight shots from Bivol. That was a good uppercut from Canelo, and Canelo now looks like he is turning the screw a little bit. But straight back, Bivol comes straight back, and Canelo almost looks as if to say, you know, wow, I don't know whether or not Canelo was expecting him to be this good. Yeah, it's good. Uppercuts, 2 uppercuts, and hooks to the body. Canelo's punch selection is fantastic. Left hook to the head. And so powerful as well. You can see that even sometimes if the guard's in place, they're so powerful that they get through the guard. But again, Bivol is forcing Canelo Alvarez back. Yeah, he has been successful, his game plan. Let's just Yeah, yeah, it's good. It's good. It's a competitive fight, this. And now, as Bivol was on the ropes, oh, but he comes back. It's almost like Canelo has a bit of success, and then Bivol straight away comes straight back at him, almost to sort of say, well, this ain't gonna go like that. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I'm also impressed by the lovely ladies at the side of the ring. There's some nice looking women. Ringside seats, fair play. Probably doctors or professors or something like that, I would have thought. Yes, very nice. Although the one looks like she's looking at the nails and she's chatting to a friend, while one of the best fights going on ahead of them, and just chatting about the shops. Right, so back to the fight, and again, yeah, still the story of this fight is the long-range straight punches of Bivol. He's now got Canelo Alvarez on the ropes, but that's not a bad thing. Canelo loves being on the ropes and coming back, but he's keeping it very long and very controlled. And that's the end of that round, and another good round. Yeah, I think I was a little closer. I think Canelo was perhaps coming a bit more into that. I'm going to give that to Canelo. I'll only give that to Canelo, not because it was convincing, but just I could just imagine what the Vegas judges are doing. So yeah, I'm going to give him the benefit of doubt in that round. It wasn't a Canelo sort of massive round by any means. Canelo's corner, Eddie Reynoso, trainer, Cutman, and then he's got Chepo Reynoso, assistant, and a couple of others there helping. Goes off the screen very, very quick there. But yeah, lovely uppercut by Canelo. Went to the head and then went uppercut. Beautiful that was. And then they're showing highlights of the straight work of Bivol. Again, yeah, I think that's good. I think that's good. So we're now into 4 of 12. Yeah, Canelo is being challenged here. He's coming forward again. Bivol has got that high guard, just there with his guard, elbows in as you should have. And now he's sort of forcing Canelo back a little as well. So the unofficial scorecard there, he's got it 29-28 to Bivol. Okay. Interestingly, he gave Bivol the last round, and he gave the second round to Canelo. I didn't do that. I thought it was pretty much Bivol. But in saying that, we got the same score. We got Bivol ahead by 1 after 3 rounds. Okay, and for me, Bivol a little bit more busy, and Canelo swinging and missing as well. And also, when you swing and miss like that, that takes a lot of energy out of you. I love them boots, Mizuno boots. Love them. I did a review in the week of some Adams Boxing, and Adams Boxing do a version, I think they're called the O version, of those boots where they've got the flap going over. Lovely, absolutely lovely boots. Anyway, I'm getting distracted by equipment. You'll have to excuse me. I'm also getting distracted by those 2 girls that are at ringside who basically are looking at the phone and having a chat. I can't believe it. They're like 8 foot away from the ring and they're not even interested. Anyway, I've got to stop getting distracted by them pair. And back to the fight. Okay, yeah, again, on the ropes, Canelo, and again, nice long shots from Bivol, who is controlling, as far as I can see, he's controlling this fight. And some of these rounds, no matter how biased the Vegas judges could be, I don't know how they're gonna give that the rounds to him. Well, we'll see. Love them gloves as well. Canelo Alvarez got the C and the A on the rear. Great, lovely looking gloves. It's all at range at the minute, so it's Bivol. He's keeping his range and he's just picking him off, and got a good right hand in there. And again now Canelo comes forward, but that defence of Bivol is very good. He just seems to always have his guard in place. So wherever there's a hook, he just seems to be blocking. He didn't block that uppercut. That was a great uppercut by Canelo. Okay, another good round. It feels to me like Bivol is ahead. I'm going to give that to Bivol. I might be being a bit generous to Bivol, knowing what the Vegas judges are like. Eddie Reynoso's dad, he's on the outside there. He again in a pink tracksuit. Yeah. I mean, there's not panic in Canelo Alvarez's corner. I'm showing some highlights here where he went forward and did an beautiful uppercut right through the middle of that. Good guard as well. Yeah, and a little sort of nod to himself, Canelo, that one landing. It was a beautiful right uppercut. Yeah, that was a beautiful shot. Oh, only the one highlight of Canelo. No bias there. Okay, so I thought Bivol did some good work in that round actually. So yeah, he just said it's apparent that it's not going to be a walk in the park, and that is true. This is doing Bivol. If he can keep this up, Bivol, he's going to do very, very well in this fight. He doesn't look phased by anything that Canelo Alvarez is really doing, and Canelo is now coming forward, starts to stalk, but then Bivol sends out a straight shot forward to sort of stop him in his tracks. Lovely sort of work from the taller fighter. Again, big hook coming in, and Canelo is just trying to smash through that guard, because the guard is there and he's just trying to smash through it. A bit of Hulk smash going on, and he is such a powerful guy. I mean, look at his physique. Now he's getting hooks. There's an uppercut there that just sort of skimmed off the gloves by Canelo Alvarez. Again, another blocked left hook, and out Bivol sort of pushing out with his jab to keep Canelo away. Not like massive shot jabs, but just pushing out, maintaining the distance. And then he's come back with some straight shots there as well. Again, he's got Canelo on the ropes, and Canelo is taking some shots, and Canelo beckons him in, and Bivol doesn't take the bait. He's just standing. They're both standing, but in that exchange, it was definitely Bivol for me. Yeah, and Canelo tried to bait him in, and he's baited many an opponent into the ropes, and then they get the return. But Bivol is doing really well here. I mean, he just boxed beautiful there. Lovely shot, and then just moved across to his right, whisked away. When he's out of range, just drops his hands. Then as soon as Canelo Alvarez is in range, the guard is back up. And any of my amateur boxers watching this, yeah, just showing you that you should always have your guard up when you are in range. When you're out range, then he can drop it, let his arms and his shoulders go a little bit, but soon as Canelo comes in, Bivol is back on the guard, and I don't blame him, because some of these punches would really hurt, I would say. And yeah, so Canelo's still stalking forward, and then back by Bivol again. I don't think you could give this to Canelo. I do think he finished strong. I can't believe I'm doing this, but I'm putting another 10 next to Bivol. It's at times like this I wonder, am I watching this fight right? Because it's bizarre. It's not bizarre, because bizarre would be the fact that Bivol wasn't doing anything, and Bivol definitely is doing something. He's fighting well. He's fighting well. And then into Bivol's corner, you got the box raw white and red tracksuits there, pretty cool. I like them. And the cameraman seems to be drunk, he's all over the place. But Bivol's corner, Gennady Mashivanov. Probably people in the comments will say I said that wrong, but I had a good go at it, didn't I? Okay, so yeah, Canelo up against the ropes and having multiple shots getting through his guard by Bivol. Tried a little slip there, but there's already landed about 5 punches before that. Interesting. Okay, round 6 of 12. I did say that I thought it will go to 12. I did say that I thought Canelo Alvarez will get the decision, but he's going to have to start to win some rounds, in my opinion. There is always I watched the thing the other day, and Teddy Atlas, as always, was saying, you know, those guys with the notepads are they going to be fair? And I hope they will be. We have seen many occasions where there has been questionable judgments, and Bivol is going right down the middle and landing shots on Canelo. I mean, he is such a quality operator, and as I said in my prediction, you know, don't sort of underestimate Bivol because of that amateur background. But he's doing so well. Now Canelo is coming forward now. He's stalking him. But Bivol, I'm really impressed. And then Bivol with his Grant gloves on, with the worldwide patented thumb. I'm not sure that's even a thing you can do. I just imagine, you know, going to some of these countries to get a patent. I bet they don't even know what a patent is. Unless there's just one organisation that does a patent for the world. Not so sure. Okay, so Bivol he had his back to the ropes, and Canelo was throwing some punches, and then he just come back with a left hook to the head. It was beautiful. Very much like those girls at ringside. I'm ever so sorry. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I mean, they're not interested in the fight, but they are beautiful. So yeah, and Bivol's coming back with some beautiful boxing. So it's all good. Okay, and he's just keeping that range. He's not getting involved with what Canelo wants him to do, which is to get a little bit close so he can return fire. He is definitely sort of baiting him in. He's on the ropes. He's got his hands down. He's baiting him in. Hands down a bit higher, Canelo. But the whole time, Bivol is just keeping him and then landing shots, being long, again landing shots. This is a Bivol round. I think this is a Bivol round. And Canelo comes forward, lunging and missing, and again gets some punches back for his trouble. This has got to be a Bivol round. I don't think that Canelo currently can work out Dimitry Bivol. End of the round. This is very interesting. You know, against my better judgment, I'm giving Bivol that round. It's bizarre. It's probably going to be opposite to the Vegas judges' scorecards, but I can only go on punches landed, and the quality for me does seem to be coming from Bivol. Canelo, he looks calm still. His corner looks calm. I think the instructions, I mean, my Mexican is not very good, but I think the instructions are move and get in. That was generally what I picked up from my very limited Mexican. Now, we got this on DAZN in the UK, and I believe in Europe as well. We got this for as part of our subscription, so it's $7.99 in the UK, and so we didn't pay any extra, which was good. But I believe in the US, and you'll tell me in the comments, and Canada, I think they paid $59.99 or $69.99 US dollars for a pay-per-view for it, which seems a bit high. I would say. Eddie Hearn, looking for a new car, I think, or something. Yeah, so we've got Matchroom on the ring. Canelo Alvarez logos on the ring as well. And Hennessy in the middle. Can't be Mick Hennessy. That's got to be a different Hennessy. Mick Hennessy, a promoter over here. Used to be a promoter of Tyson Fury, actually. Yeah. Okay, what's we got here? So yeah, it's saying that Bivol has landed. He's landed more, which I think he is. Yeah. And he's putting the pressure on again. Landing shots, and Canelo comes back as he always will do. Yeah. So he's a solid guy, a very skillful guy, Canelo Alvarez. You can see in the background, you could see one of the judges. You can see the judges leaning in. At least they're watching. That's good. That's good. That's been unfair. That's been unfair. But yeah, we have seen some shocking results over the years, and still not wanting to come back to it, but still the girls not watching. Unbelievable. They're more interested with what's on their phones than they are with this amazing fight in front of them. At least they can say they was there, although they didn't watch it. Okay. Again, I'm not knocking them. I'm not knocking them because they are beautiful. Right, back to the fight. Okay, lovely work there. Canelo is relentless, so he keeps coming forward, and now he is trying to put a bit of pressure on Bivol. Bivol looks like he is not feeling any pressure, I have to say. Yeah, redness on the face of Canelo Alvarez, and now he's been hit, and then at the end, Bivol finished strong. His scoring's gone to pot because it's one of them fights where, in the back of my mind, I'm always thinking that what's the Nevada official scene, you know, and then what I'm actually seeing, which is Bivol winning. So. Yeah, it's really difficult when you're scoring it, when you got that in your head, because you're kind of thinking, well, you know, yeah, I think Bivol has won that round, but then would they give it to Canelo if it was close? That was a close round. So with my Nevada State judge head on, I am going to just have a look at the highlights here. And he actually punched him in the arm then. But then Bivol come back with such a beautiful shot. Not only one, but 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got to give it to Bivol. And even though I've got my Nevada State head judge on there, judge's head on, I don't think that was... Okay, so they've just been warned about heads coming together. And that tap gloves, I mean, that's not a... I don't think that is a... There's anything there that was malicious. They just come together. Okay, so, Chris Mannix has got 68-65 to Bivol. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rounds to Bivol and 2 to Canelo. I think I want to give 1 to Canelo. But at least it's showing that I'm on the same page. Yeah, I agree. If Bivol is to win this fight, this is how you do it. Because I don't think that Canelo has got any answers to what Bivol is doing. And the thing is, that guard that he's got, yeah, the occasional punch gets through. But when one gets through, Bivol is then going back and landing his own. Again, Canelo is on the ropes. Yeah, he's moving. But he's getting caught. And this is incredible. I didn't think this was going to happen. I thought he'd give him a good fight, but I did think that it would be sort of Canelo that would be clearly the better fighter, and I'm clearly wrong. And now Canelo sort of quite close to the corner. Bivol looks, to me, in total control. He even sort of knocked his hand away and then hit only a light shot, but again he's keeping the distance. He's not getting involved in the Canelo fight that Canelo wants. It's almost like for every punch that Canelo lands, he's trying to land 2, 3 or 4 in response, and I think he'll have to get the decision. But he's certainly not intimidated by Canelo Alvarez. In fact, in the build-up, you could see that he wasn't. In the build-up, he was sort of just taking it all in, like a calm assassin. But as I say, from his amateur career, he will have seen everything anyway. Okay, yeah, a bit of a push, and Canelo Alvarez ended up on the canvas there, but all it was a little lean on, a little push. There was no problem with that. There was no maliciousness. The heads seemed to come together a little bit there, but I think Canelo is getting a little bit frustrated that he is not able to do the fight how he would like. And the end of that round, I feel awful. I'm going to give it to Bivol. Why do I feel awful? I feel awful because I'm thinking about the scorecards at the end, and if the Nevada judges sort of are giving close rounds to Canelo, or even not close rounds to Canelo, then my scorecard's going to look rubbish in comparison to them. But to be honest, I've given Bivol nearly everything, because whatever Canelo Alvarez is doing, Bivol is coming back with better. I've got the WBC tape around the wrist of the gloves, and then Canelo gets out of his corner, has a little jog. Yeah, trying to G himself up, I think. And then he's met straight in the centre of the ring by Bivol, and he forces Bivol off the centre of the ring, and Bivol sort of just scoots away, still with that guard in place. Yeah, amateur boxers up and down the country, I see a lot of amateur boxers where they haven't got the guard in place, and I just wonder why. But it's a good idea. It's a good idea, trying to protect your head. Protect your head and body by having your elbows in. Okay, I think Canelo's basically decided that he needs to up this a little bit, but I do think that he's struggling to figure this out. Oh, he threw an uppercut there that just missed, but it would have been a peach of a punch if that had landed. And some of these punches, I mean, they're so quality. They really are. I mean, this fight has got so interesting that even those 3 girls are watching now. It's unbelievable. Come on, maybe they've been scoring. Maybe they've been scoring it. No, they haven't. Haven't even been watching it. They just looked up and they're like seeing what's happening, and perhaps they're sensing that this is not going as Canelo and everyone else perhaps thought it would. Canelo's head movement is phenomenal. Phenomenal. He's got his hands down, but he's moving and he's slipping and evading. I mean, that is absolute masterclass in head movement. I'd like to see his hands with him, but you know, who am I to criticise Canelo Alvarez? Anyway, he wasn't getting hit, so fair play to him. And he's coming back with some uppercuts, and he's also trying to hit that arm in the way that he did with Callum Smith, where he's trying to target that arm. And with Callum Smith, he detached his bicep by doing it. He's definitely, some of these punches aiming at that arm, and now he's going for the body. I think this is a definite. We've got 52 seconds left, and unless Bivol comes back, I think this is Canelo Alvarez coming back in the second half of the fight. Although he's left it a bit late because we're on round 9. Okay, he's got some lovely little feints. I think this is a stronger round for Canelo Alvarez. Bivol almost, I'm not going to say he's had a round off because he's still in there and he's still competitive, but I do think that this for Canelo is the round that he might turn this round now. Yeah, but still Bivol walking forward, stalking forward. Canelo Alvarez tried a massive uppercut then, but it didn't happen. But he did try it, and I'm happy to give that round to Canelo. Although Bivol looks totally unfazed. I bet he's good at poker. He's got a proper poker face. Nothing phases him. It's brilliant. Yeah, he's looking very calm. He's not that much out of breath. I think this fight is going very, very well for him. I mean, I've got him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rounds to 2. Can't believe it. Either I'm massively off, which would be embarrassing, or Bivol is winning the fight. So Bivol is up out of his stool very early, and then Canelo gets up. Good hook to the body by Canelo then. The thing is, he's such a talent. He can pull this out at any moment. Is Bivol going to let him? Yeah, but I really do think that Canelo understands that he's got to start to do something now. For those of you interested in the girls at the side of the ring, which I know you're not, but 2 of them are still there looking at their phone, and I think the other 4 have gone somewhere. Have actually left the ringside. Oh my God! Yeah, the fight carries on. Okay, so landed thrown 370, landed 61. Thrown 517, landed 110. Bivol, 21% to 16% Bivol. Okay, now that reflects my scorecard, I would say. I wonder if I got what was that? I think her name was Adelaide Bird. She came out with a ridiculous. There's been a few over the years, don't get me wrong, where somebody's just almost like they've filled the card in before, and I don't know. I'm not saying nothing. They just got a different angle that they was watching, but I think from all angles, from what I can see here, Bivol is winning. I've been doing quite well with my predictions as well. Last Tyson Fury one, I was pretty close with that one. Picked the winner. Oh, lovely shot by Bivol. Right hand over the top. And last week with Katie Taylor, got that one right as well. And then this week, as far as I'm concerned, I think I've got it wrong. But hey, you can't get them all right. And that's what I love about boxing. There's such an unpredictability of it all. But it is Bivol that is pushing, and you know what? I think that Canelo is almost out of ideas. It's almost like he's tried everything, and he's not really sure how to break the guy down. I mean, I bet there's a rematch clause in this if this does go to Bivol. Which obviously wrecks any Triple G fight, I have to say. But if Bivol wins and they have the rematch, I'm not sure that Canelo could try anything that different. I'm going to give Canelo that round. Again, close rounds, I'm going to go Canelo, I have to say. Although I don't think Bivol did anything wrong. The guy in Canelo Alvarez's corner, he looks sad. He looks like he's watching a defeat here. He might always look like that. That might be his face. Might be his game face. His sad game face. Now we're looking at some highlights. Yeah, blocked. Straight back by Bivol. Not only by one, but with two. Sending Alvarez back. I mean, I gave Canelo Alvarez that round. I mean, it was a close round. The gum shield goes back in. Yeah. They must know that he's behind. They must know he's behind. Straight away comes out with a big left hook. Bivol unfazed. The girls are back. That's good. Powder their nose. They all went to the toilet together during a world title fight, but they're back. Okay. And then Alvarez goes on the attack, swinging in big hooks. And Bivol right behind that very tight guard. He does not want to get hit by that. But Alvarez is just banging away. He's banging away with these hooks. And then Bivol comes back with some impressive shots of his own. Again. And yeah, again. So it's almost like anything you can do, Bivol can do better. And I think this is great. This is great for boxing. Because what we got here. So okay, so he's saying, Chris Mannix is saying 97 Bivol, 93 Canelo. Yeah, I mean his scorecard is very different to mine. They're sort of opposites and stuff. But in saying that, the general gist of the fight is he thinks that Bivol is winning, and I think that Bivol is winning. And Canelo, for all of his sort of moving his head and things, he is still getting caught. And for me, the story of the fight is Canelo Alvarez trying to get the hooks in and a very good guard of Bivol, and Bivol just outworking Canelo. Oh, beautiful left hook by Bivol. They're sort of meeting in right at the head-to-head here. Another left hook by Bivol, and then Alvarez literally lifted him above his shoulders. That's how strong Alvarez is. He lifted the guy up and just carried him across the ring like he was nothing. Oh my God. I mean, that is some strength there. I mean, some would say he was able to do that because he'd been eating Mexican beef. I wouldn't say that, but he certainly was able to pick him up like he was nothing then. And on the back of that, Bivol has decided to put some pressure on him. Yeah, he's missing. Yeah. The body language of Canelo does look like he thinks that he's losing the fight. But he's still trying. He's still trading. But there's also like a resignation then, almost like I've tried everything. It's not working. I continue to try everything. It's still not working. And this guy's still hitting me in the head. He looked down. Yeah, Canelo body language is looking like he thinks he's losing this fight. Ryan Garcia tweeted, Canelo is losing as of right now. And I would agree. I'm going to give that to Bivol. That round to Bivol. And now this is the last round. Okay. I mean, he needs a massive, in my opinion, he needs a massive round, Canelo, to pull this round. A massive round. Because Bivol has been so consistent. I mean, literally, he's carrying Bivol across, just carrying him across the ring on his shoulder. That was bizarre. Just like that, with a light heavyweight man on his shoulder. It was like it was nothing. Okay, so they touch gloves. This is the last round. I've given Canelo Alvarez 1, 2, 3 rounds. 3 rounds. When he's coming out now for the 12th. You can see sort of the mark, like a redness of the arm, where he's tried to do what he did against Callum Smith by hitting the arm, and it hasn't worked as well against Bivol. Good left up there by Canelo Alvarez, and again he's trying to do his normal punches of body, head uppercuts, and Bivol, his guard is just tight, and it's almost just like he's hitting arms, he's hitting gloves, and then Bivol, he's coming back with his own straight after. He's coming back again. It's like this Bivol is doing fantastic, absolutely fantastic. If he doesn't get the results here, you can see it on his arm, the redness on the arm where Canelo has been hitting that arm. There's a definite tactic that he's used there. Again, it's Canelo Alvarez now who is on the front foot. Bivol that has got his back to the ropes. Again, good head movement by Alvarez. Excellent head movement by Alvarez. And that's good. Just a last update on the girls. They're all sort of watching now. They're all watching. They realise it's finishing, and they realise the after party is coming soon. So it just depends on whose after party, I suppose, where they're going to end up. Yeah, Bivol, for me, has won this fight. And I think Canelo Alvarez, for all how good he is, Bivol has got his number. Canelo a bit desperate there, and I think the story of it really is the fact that a lot of the shots that would have landed on a lot of people have been blocked by Bivol, and Bivol's work rate has been very, very impressive as well. And he's matched him. Not only has he matched him, but he's gone back with more on a lot of these exchanges. Canelo Alvarez is really pushing on. This is the last 20 seconds. I'm gonna give Canelo Alvarez this last round. I think, even though Bivol is the one that he started throwing again, and Alvarez does look disconsolate. Who wins the last exchange? Both was slinging. A good shot by Bivol. Forces Alvarez back, and Bivol, I would say, knows he's won that. Although Canelo Alvarez has gone on to the ropes, and he's raising his hand in the air, I think he must know that he's lost that. I'm going to give Canelo Alvarez that last round. My scoring today is all over the place, and it's only because I'm just concerned about how the judges are going to do it. You know, it's the Mexican weekend. It's the WBA. It's the WBA belt. So it's not the WBC. So it's the WBA belt. They look very happy in Bivol's corner. Bivol doesn't look happy, but he never looks happy. But yeah, he certainly should be happy with that performance. Yeah, it doesn't look a mark on him, apart from his arm. He's got a little bit on his arm, but his team look very happy. There's people in Canelo Alvarez's team that are sort of nodding to him as if to say, yes, that was you. The official scorecard of Chris Mannix, 117 to 111 to Bivol. Let's just add up mine, and this is where I can't add up properly. But still, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I think 112 to Canelo. And 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 116 to Bivol. 116 to 112, if I've added that up correctly, but I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, just counting the nines, 116. They're embracing in the ring, and that's lovely to see as always. Great fight, very, very intriguing fight, and yeah, you know, a lot of people wouldn't have thought that he could have done that. A lot of people would have just thought that was going to be a Canelo victory, and Bivol, as far as I can see, has won that and has upset the apple cart. Now, We go into the scorecards, of course. All three. Oh, identically. 115, 113, that's close. Unanimous. It's got to be Bivol. It is Bivol. It is Bivol. Fair play. Fair play. They only had it by 2 rounds. So I was right to be sort of cautious in some of the closer rounds. He won more than that. But fair play. He has won. That is amazing. That is amazing. Fair play. He doesn't even look like he's been in a fight. I tell you what, that was an amazing display of boxing, of defence, of work rate, of judging the distance. Absolutely superb. And fair play. The right man has got the decision there. Although it was 115 to 113. All 3 judges. 2 rounds. I've got loads of rounds here. Well, I had it by 4 rounds. I had it by 4 rounds, and to be honest, I was being generous in a couple to Canelo because I thought he was just going to get the nod because of the venue. I think that was... Yeah, I mean, Dimitry Bivol, he's almost like got the mannerisms of no problem. No problem at all. And I don't think it was. I absolutely don't think that was. It didn't seem like he was that. And I'm not going to say he wasn't pushed because obviously he performed fantastic. But yeah, shocker. So I'm not unhappy with that. That doesn't mean I don't like Mexican fighters. But yeah, it's always good to sort of shake the apple cart up. They're now going to interview Dimitry. Yeah, thank you everyone for coming. There you go. Yeah, fair play to him. He's got his belts, 2 belts there. Yeah, says he's the best. Well, on that performance, he is. Very interesting. Now, I think, what does that do now? Does that mean Triple G fights him? I'd imagine they might want a rematch. I have to say, because that was... He just seemed to have all the answers to Canelo. Maybe Canelo... I'm not going to say maybe he's gone too high, but he is making it very difficult for himself by going into weight classes that are just above, so much above what he used to be in. But, yeah, believe in yourself and you can achieve anything. That's fair enough. Yeah, good words. Yeah. He knew how he was going to fight him. He had a great game plan. Yeah. Yeah, he was aiming for that arm. Yeah, he'd have been better aiming for the head. Yeah, although there's a couple of highlights there where he did land some really good shots, but they both did. I think that was a very high quality boxing match. And Bivol wins. Yeah. He said, did he hurt you? And he said, yeah, my arm. That's ace. In fact, he's got to take his belt off because he has, you can see that target. He has definitely targeted that arm. Yeah. Yeah, Callum Smith, he did exactly the same. Detached his bicep by doing the same thing. So he totally was he totally was expecting that. Yeah, he was feeling great and it showed in his performance. I think that was brilliant. So I'm going to end it there. Bit of a shocker. Didn't expect that. But I'm not unhappy because I think it was a very high quality boxing match. And I love boxing like that where the skills are on display, and both guys are using their sort of game plans, and they're changing sort of strategies during the fight to get the victory. And I think that is a really good example of high level boxing. They just actually, before I finish off, they are speaking to Canelo. He's speaking in Mexican at the minute, so I don't know what he's saying. Come on, translator, tell me what he's saying. Yeah, come on. The translator says, he's a great champion. You win and you lose in boxing, that's true. He lost today. But yeah, he's handled defeat like a champion. Yeah, fair play. There's no sort of griping there. I don't think he could. I don't think he could gripe, to be honest. I think that was a pretty sort of conclusive victory for Bivol. I like this interpreter as well. Interpreter. I think what this interpreter does, I think he writes it down as the guy is saying it. Where I've seen interpreters in the past where the person has said a load of stuff, and then the interpreter's like said two things, as if like they've missed out half of it, which is not the job of an interpreter. But this guy's good. I think I've seen him the last couple of times, and he writes it down so he knows exactly what's just been said, and then he just reads it out. I think that's top class interpreter skills to finish off this fight. Yeah. Very good, very good. Right, is he going to ask for the rematch? He's just asked Canelo if he hadn't got a plan B. That's a brave question. I think he did. He tried several things, but I think Bivol just had too much in boxing knowledge. He's a great fighter. Yeah. He did say, Canelo just said that he thought he'd done enough to win the fight. I don't think he did. I think he might. There might be a few cheerleaders around him saying, yeah, you won the fight, but I don't think you won that fight. Okay, Canelo's just called for the rematch. I'd imagine Bivol will say, yeah. No problem. Yeah. He's not bothered about having a rematch. He'll have a rematch tomorrow. Well, as soon as his arm is a little bit better, but yeah, he'll have a rematch tomorrow. He's not bothered by a rematch. There's nothing to fear there for him after that display. Fair play. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. Fantastic. As I say, this is the third one of these I've done in 3 weeks, which is very unusual. I tried to do them for the big fights, the fights that really, really are sort of interesting. I felt this was that sort of fight. I didn't do one for the Triple G one a few weeks ago. I just didn't think it was that big a fight for, where both were interesting parties. No offence to his opponent. But the last three. So, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe to Fit to Box channel, and I shall speak to you soon.